Hello everybody, welcome back to the Shogun 2 Very Hard Ikkō-ikki campaign. This is part 12, welcome back. In the last episode, we have established, I guess, our suzerainty over the Hattori clan. They are now our vassal, which is fantastic news. And we've also made peace with the Uesugi tribe. They are now our vassal as well, which is really, really nice. It frees up another, I guess, front for us to defend from. So in this episode, we're going to take out the Itakayama, which are located up here. Of course, they do have a large army outside of Echizen that we've been sabotaging pretty much on and off for the past turn or so. But I think that now that we will be able to take Noto, that it will be irrelevant, because I believe these units will disappear as soon as we take out their capital. So let's go ahead and do that really fast. Of course, a prompt auto-resolve will finish that for us. We will, of course, peacefully occupy the province and repair it right away. So, thinking we could go ahead and make another trading port. That might be rather useful here in the future. Let's go ahead and do that. And what else are we going to do here? So Noto is, again, going to suffer rebellion, it seems, in the next turn. That's fine. So now that the Uesugi are now our vassal, again, we could free up another kind of slot from which we will be attacked from. And over here, outside of Iga, we do have a very large rebel army that will march on the former Hattori stronghold of Ueno, but that's okay. We don't really mind. Excuse me once again. I probably should have burned all this stuff down, or at least I tried to already, so it's going to be pretty useless for the rebels. That being said, again, I apologize, guys. This episode I'm going to be sniffling quite a bit just because my allergies are incredibly intolerable right now. So I'm going to do my best to not let that affect this run-through. But we're going to be scouting around a little bit over here to see what's going on with the Tokugawa and the Hattori clan. We, of course, are going to make a move on Owari and Minu very, very soon. In fact, we can go ahead and already attack Minu, which might be a good thing. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here by making a move on them. So again, we immediately make a move, auto-resolve, very, very easy. We're going to peacefully occupy the city, just like so. And we can't quite repair the stronghold. And I'll tell you guys what's going to happen here. We're going to make some more temples, of course. We don't really quite need the Naginata Dojo. I don't really make a lot of Yari Ronin, so let's go ahead and burn that down and replace it with a temple. That's fine. And unfortunately, you guys remember that large Hattori force that was over here in the last episode outside of Hida? I believe that they're going to be backed up with another Imigawa army, so we should probably go ahead and make Hida an open city and let them capture it. That way, we don't lose our army and our general, because you know, sometimes in war we have to make strategic kind of calls like this. I feel like this is going to be necessary just due to the fact that Hida is not even a stronghold; it's just a fort, and they have close to twice the amount of men that we do, and they're all samurai last time I checked. So we're going to get obliterated if we stay in Hida. So we need to back up over to Echu, which is fine. We're going to go do that right away. Again, this is a strategic move. I know it's not exactly the most recommended, and we're going to also go ahead and cancel our terrace farm and lumber yards that we were constructing there for extra money, and instead focus on... Let's see. We could make some more terrace farms, which would be useful. We'll go ahead with that. And all these roads are already upgraded. That's good. Nothing else we could really do, I guess, besides maybe recruit some more units, which we could do. Of course, we already have 4 bow warrior units, rather. So that's quite a bit of units that we've got going on over here. Let's go ahead and send 2 of them down to Minu. That would be most useful. We'll send the other 2 over here to the east, just like so. And these guys will also go over east as well, just like so. Let's go ahead and recruit some more units, probably some more warrior monks, just because they're really, really good. We don't, of course, have enough money to recruit 2, so maybe we can recruit 2 bow ronin instead. They're almost as good, and they're quite a bit less expensive, so that's fine. We're probably going to go ahead and end our turn, as we've done everything. Of course, we have the weight of the bow here in a minute, which is fantastic news. So besides that, our vassals might get a bit strong, which is a bad thing, because our fame might rise with their continued conquest. So we need to avoid that at all costs if we can do so. Of course, we're here in Noto. We're going to see some rebellions here for a little while. That's fine. Etchu's okay. Again, we are working on increasing our irrigation in our farms over here. Terrace farm will be going up in Wakasa pretty soon. And I was working on making one in Hida, but again, it's not really necessary considering we're about to lose the city. Right, so I believe all of our units are ready to be used. We're going to move this ninja down to Hida as well, which would be most useful. And again, we saved this unit from complete extinction. Of course, our general is really, really good. He has high loyalty. He's very experienced, so it was worth it in the end. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens, guys. I forgot to move that guy. So Tokugawa are going to land a, looks like an army off of the coast of more than likely my capital. We're going to see what they do. But I'm pretty confident that our vassal navy will be able to wipe it off. More than, hopefully here anyways. Of course, I'm not really quite sure if they're at war with them at the moment, as our vassals seem to be dragged out of conflict when they accept the vassalization from us. So that's a problem. I really wish that there was a way that they would kind of accept the call to arms. I think I should probably go ahead and move an army back to my capital, just in case we, of course, see a rival Metsuki that might have just killed one of my monks, which is really, really bad news. We're going to cross our fingers that that did not happen. But, you know, again, you never know. Yamada clan was wiped out, and our Tokugawa vassal has conquered yet another territory. We might have to disown them if they get too powerful, as that might be a problem. We do see the Hanma kind of skirting around our territory. Of course, they don't have any units, so I'm not too worried. We're going to auto-resolve this. Obviously, we're going to lose. I mean, there's no chance that we can hold this castle, so we're just going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. And that came to a surprise to nobody. So we lost the province, we were tried and imprisoned, our army was crushed, and a shitload of sea trade routes were basically plundered. So let's go ahead and work on tea ceremony to increase our daimyo's honor and diplomatic relations. That's going to be important later on. Or actually, it might be better if we were to take something else. Maybe like... There's a lot of different things we could do here. Might be interesting for us to take the Way of the Sea. Or just go straight up bow expertise to get plus 10% accuracy for our bow units. That's a fantastic choice. Or go down here for extra lands and master bow makers. That's also really, really good. Or scholarship to get the Sanctuary and the Warrior Monk Cavalry, which is also fantastic. Let's go ahead and work on taking the tea ceremony, and then we'll work our way up elsewhere. Of course, if they do land a invasion force into our kind of heartland up here outside of Etches, and we do need units to defend, which makes it so that I may or may not move back our units, our bow units, to Etchesin. There's a case to be made for both sides over here, of course, so, you know, we'll figure it out. Maybe we can go ahead and force peace with the Tokugawa clan. That would be really, really nice. Let's go ahead and see what we can do over here. We could incite a revolt in Owari, which might be nice. Of course, we can just take it by force. Outside of Mikawa over here. Let's go ahead and character convert whatever units inside there. That was quite easy. And if we let an attack on the Tokugawa this turn, it might be worth it. Just going to repair these strongholds, and we're going to go ahead and work on making it simple, as always. Simple. We still have yet to lose Hida, which is fantastic news. I had a feeling that they would land an attack force there and take it out. So, maybe once we meet up with our army, we can go ahead and send a relief force over there. Of course, our army is quite a bit bigger now that we've got a lot more units. Considerations. Maybe if we were to upgrade Hida into a stronghold, it would be a bit easier for us to defend. With that being said, we can't really do anything as of yet. We'll have to wait. Right, so again, Noto has a bit of a problem with its unrest. We're going to go ahead and keep our men still stationed in the Noto province, just in case, while we recruit some bow ronin over here in Etchesin. And more than likely send back our bow monks to Echizen as well. Just in case if the Imagawa make it back all the way over here. We need some defenders, of course. And over here outside of Minu, what are we going to do? We can go ahead and go down with our monk. And not really do much, honestly. But let's go ahead and take Owari. Very, very easily, of course. And we're going to peacefully occupy it. And repair the fort. Let's go and keep our men. We're gonna cycle back and forth each turn. That way we don't get any rebellions. Of course, these provinces are rather rich. This one gives me 479. This one gives me 334 a turn. That's really, really good. So we're just gonna kind of cycle back and forth. Of course, they have a Yari drill yard over here again. We don't want that. That's useless. We're gonna burn it down. Replace everything with Jodo Shinshu temples. They're really, really good. Right, so Kikawa we can now trade with, I believe. We would gain quite a bit of money. Or even the Shoni. Let's go ahead and make a trade with anybody who will accept us. Maybe the Mogami, for instance. They would be willing to do this. We're going to go ahead and demand a little bit of payment from them. No, okay, well, maybe we can ask for perhaps maybe like 300. That's a pretty fair amount. They will take it, fantastic. And we're going to develop more of our ports so that we can trade with even more people. Of course, we're going to have another trading port up in 3 turns. We've got a massive army over here in Echu province that will move in to reinforce Ida, assuming that we don't lose it in the interim. So that's good news. Let's go ahead and end the turn once again. Well, actually, let's go ahead and send out our agents to see what's brewing outside of North Shinano over here. Surprisingly, the Takeda tribe have actually moved back. Let's go ahead and execute an execution to see what happens over there. More than likely, they might be making a move on Minu province, actually. So that's nice. We can go ahead and move back to Hida. And we'll also use our monk to go over there as well. Right, so next turn we're going to move our army over here to Hida, as it is no longer under threat. I had a feeling that they would attack it, but they never did, which is really, really good news for us. And outside of Echizen over here, of course, everything is going well. So let's go ahead and end the turn and see where that puts us. I believe we've moved all of our units. In fact, why don't we go ahead and hire another monk? Just because we can. Okay, I guess because he's in prison, it still counts as part of the monks. Of course, the Tokugawa fleet is heading over here to the east. I have no idea where the Takeda clan are running over to, or rather running away from. I had the impression that I was going to get stack wiped if I stayed where I was, so that's why I withdrew, but it seems like right at the moment we are in a decent position. Of course, the Hattori clan, who are our vassals, are getting really, really big, which is a bit scary. We just need to make peace as fast as we can, really. Or we can just wipe off the Imagawa clan, or rather the Tokugawa clan. Might be useful to do so. So the Kikawa have declared war on us. Really, that was a bad idea, considering we have 4 vassals. But they've landed an invasion force outside of somewhere. I'm going to go check where that is. I believe we have a big army ready enough to dispatch it. And look at that, our vassal is just destroying things over here. In the southwest, we might have to renounce them, or denounce them soon, just because they're getting so big. They're a bit of a threat, to be honest. And here we go, the big Imagawa army is not late to the party. We do see where he is. And again, our vassal is getting really, really big. We may or may not need to renounce them. So, the Shogun's ire. Uh-oh. If we get any bigger, this is going to be really bad. Got some mounting unrest, of course. That's fine. Let's go ahead and juggle our unit back up to Minu. Ooh, the fort is not going to offer very much in the way of defense units in case if the Tokugawa clan make war with us. Let's go and see if Tokugawa would accept peace. Potentially they would. No, okay, that's fine. No worries. Let's go ahead and see where the invasion force is. Of course, they very foolishly landed outside of Echu, where we have a very, very large army ready to dispatch them. And over here in Nodo, we could probably pull back our units here pretty soon if we or just to relieve the taxation. So big army outside of Etchu. Let's go ahead and put our units into Etchu itself, and then sabotage the Imagawa army to prevent it from taking Hida. If we're too late, it's not the end of the world, but I would like to get there in time. Of course, the Kikawa clan made the biggest mistake ever in attacking Etchu. We've got a huge army outside of the city itself. But the problem is that we are going up against Katana Samurai with our Lone Sword units. But I still don't think it's going to be very much of a problem. Excuse me once again. So, what do we got over here? We do have a Tokugawa invasion force that will be arriving, more than likely off of the coast of Echizen, but we're not really quite sure yet. Let's go and see if we can pull in any of our vassals into the fighting, like the Tokugawa clan. That's actually getting pretty big. They are at war with the Tokugawa as well, so that's good. Let's make sure that they are. Yep, they are. Fantastic. Where's their navy at, though? I don't think their navy is big enough to take out the rival navy, but we're going to cross our fingers, as they will be able to help us regardless. So, with that being said, we need to work on cycling back to Minu, potentially actually putting a smaller force in Minu just for the time being, or just actually exempting it from taxes will be enough, which is a bit of a surprise, but that's still pretty cool. Let's go ahead and make a temple, as always, in Owari. And maybe even incite a revolt over here. Actually, that'd be too expensive. Let's use our ninja. Where is our ninja at? He's over here. We're going to use him to sabotage the enemy army. He's got a 64% chance. Let's see if he does. Fantastic. We're not going to, go back and forth to try to see if we can cheat the game anymore. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and do a character conversion on the enemy army. We've perplexed their agent, which is good. Take a look at how big their army is with their bow samurai. They have a shitload of bow samurai, actually, which is actually pretty good. This is actually a pretty good thing, so that's fine. Again, outside of Noto, we could be able to, or we might be able to actually just move our army down to reinforce Hida. But we should go ahead and wait in Noto for the time being. That's fine. We have quite the army outside of Echizen, or rather inside of Echizen. We have 2 bow warrior monks and 2 bow ronin. That should be good enough for the time being. So that's good. We've got another monk over here. We're going to go ahead and put him to good use by demoralize the army over here. And let's move this agent over here to the east to try to scout out what's going on over here. Again, if there is a large army, what do you want to know about it? Now let's just go ahead and save just in case if our vassals get too big. We need to renounce them if we can. That's fine. Still working on tea ceremony. So I think besides that, guys, we are ready to end our turn and see where it takes us. Or rather, we might be able to make another trade route with the Shoni, if they are willing to do so. Nope, okay. They are not willing to do that. That's a bit of a shame. Of course, our other trading post is about to go up. Let's go ahead and end the turn and see what happens, guys. Excuse me. So the Tokugawa have gotten their navy past our vassal clan. We'll see what this does for us here in a minute. Of course, the US Ugi are coming to help us out, presumably by leaving their fort undefended, which is a very bad idea. But we'll see if that strategy pulls off, or rather, if that strategy is worth it for them. Big Shoni army moving against the Kikawa, it would seem, here in the west of Japan. Apologies again for sniffling. I know it's quite a bit annoying. It is for me too. But when you can't breathe, you gotta do what you gotta do. Of course, I can't breathe out of my nose while I'm, it's allergies, and if I breathe out of my mouth, I can't speak. So, hey, it's a bit of a problem. So here comes the Yamada clan. Again, they're beaten back by the Hattori. Tokugawa are going to move in. They're just going to completely ignore the Tokugawa navy, much to our own detriment. We'll see if that pays off for them. Of course, our vassal Asai seems to be making a move on Iga. And the Imagawa clan, let's see what they do. Didn't look like the invasion force did anything, actually. So that's a good thing. Let's see, what do we want? We want agrarian focus. And this army still has yet to do anything outside of our city of Etchu, which means that our Iwasaki vassal might make a move on them as well. Which would be fantastic, actually. So down here, outside of Hida, we do have, once again, the Takeda, or the Imagawa clan, that is still trying to take out Hida. We successfully sabotaged their army for the second time, which is fantastic news. Let's continue to just really screw them up as best we can. Maybe by inciting revolts. No, it costs a bit of money. Demoralize them for the time being, as we've already taken out their agents. Outside Mikawa, much the same. We're going to continue to demoralize their army, as this will give us more experience. And we're going to move our agent to the east to see what's going on over here outside South Shinano. Nothing at the moment, which is good. I'm really worried by this Tokugawa Navy that's off of the coast of Echizen. We're going to see where they move. Hopefully they don't move to take out Wakasa. Let's go ahead and actually put our army in the middle, just in case. That way we can reinforce both Echizen and Wakasa, which is a bit strategic, I'd say. We're going to go ahead and also hire another Lone Sword, just for defense purposes. And let's go ahead and continue to take taxes from Minu. We can always cycle it, that's fine. And what else are we going to do? Shall I probably take back our army from Noto as well? That'd be strategic. I'm going to go ahead and move these guys back to Echizen as fast as they can get there. Of course, Noto itself might revolt, so we're going to exempt it from taxation next turn. So that's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn once again and see what happens. We've already moved all of our agents, and everything is looking good. Of course, if our vassals take any more territory, we might be in deep shit, but I think for the most part we'll be okay. I have no idea what this Tokugawa monk wants to do. Probably to start a revolt, if he can. Let's see if he's successful. He was not successful, thank God. And they've landed outside of Kaga. Remains to be seen whether or not they drop an invasion force right there. Of course, we do have an army there to intercept them if they do. And here comes the Uesegi clan, who is actually coming in to help us out quite a bit. They've actually taken out the army for us, more than likely. Which means that we can go ahead and take it out too. Here in a minute. So let's see what the other clans do. I think we're in a pretty good position, actually. I mean, by and large, we've started to go. We've already taken 2 provinces in this particular Let's Play, or rather episode. And if any of these invasion forces make any headway into our continent, we can of course use our ninjas to dispatch them with haste. We might actually want to make more ninja buildings just so we can make more of them. They're very, very invaluable. The sabotage feature. The Kikawa already want to make a peace treaty with me, which is a bit ridiculous.
It is a honestly made.
You know what? Should we even do that? Give me enough money. Alright, yeah, fuck you then. We're not going to make peace with you. We're going to slice you up and dice you and then throw you back to the fishes. And then we'll make peace with you then. Because their army has yet to be destroyed. So we're going to do the best that we can. So the Tokugawa have laid siege to them as well, which is fantastic news. Here comes Asai. It looks like they're going to help us out as well. Hopefully not leaving themselves open to, you know, vulnerabilities here in the process of doing so. So an incitement attempt failed. There is mounting revolt risk Noto. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and exempt the region from tax, just like so. And take a look outside of North Shinano. There are 4 very large stacks of army units. They're pretty much all samurai. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, this is going to be a problem. Because we can't sabotage all of these units now, can we? Let's go and continue to sabotage the one unit that we always have been. We'll see if they send out the other ones. And, of course, we have ranked up our ninja. Let's go ahead and... what would be the best over here? Defender of the people. That would reduce its cost. Let's go ahead and do the assassin with the exotic weapons. Then go down that pathway. Well, also, more than likely inciting revolt in North Shinano, or maybe even taking out their agents. We have converted their unit. Fantastic. Right, so bit of a tricky situation here, really, for a variety of reasons. Let's go ahead and demilitarize our army once again. Not to beat the bush, but that's basically what we've been doing for a while now. And over here, it seems like we should go back to Echizen, because the invasion force is going to land outside of Kaga, or Noto. They haven't really decided just yet where they want to be, which is fine. So let's go ahead and slice up the Kikawa clan. Just trying their best to run away. Oh, wow, fuck. Okay, well, I thought that we would have our Ikko-Ikki force reinforcing, but we don't. I'm just going to make this kind of difficult. Let's go ahead and retreat. I didn't mean to do that, but that's kind of what ended up happening. Right, so hopefully the Ikko-Ikki attack next turn. That'd be good. Let's go ahead and take another monk. And start recruiting more lone swords. We're going to need them. And the fight that is about to happen. Oh, jeez. There's my alarm, but who cares, really? We're still ahead of schedule here. Let's go ahead and move these units over to Kaga. They'll get there next turn, more than likely. And we'll also send out our monk that way, too, because we're going to need all of the unit help that we can get. Really. So let's minister to settlement for now to increase his experience. And as far as Owari is concerned, I don't want to leave it undefended, but it's just a fort. It's not even a stronghold, so we got no defenders basically whatsoever. But I really do want to attack South Shinano to relieve Hida as best as we can. Maybe I should go ahead and incite South Shinano next turn. We can do that, of course. Excuse me once again. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm under the impression that Ikko-Ikki will lead an attack on the Kikawa. We can join in on the fight. That would be great. And as far as these units are concerned, we're probably going to go ahead and put them up. I don't know. Got a lot of units over there. Let's put them up in Higa. That would be a no-no. It really doesn't matter which one it is. We'll take it back. Let's see if the Tokugawa clan would accept peace with us. It'd be fantastic if they did. Alright, they won't. I have an idea that might allow us some peace here. What if we were to siege down their castle of Mikasa, or Mikawa? We're just going to continue the siege, kind of see if this pressure would force them into peace. It'd be really nice if it did, of course. No, okay. It doesn't force them into peace. Well, let's go ahead and take the city and loot it. Because why not, right? Hopefully that's not gonna put, it's not gonna put our fame over the edge, I don't think. Let's go ahead and auto resolve and then loot the shit out of it. There we go. It's been looted. We could even make a move on Totami and loot the shit out of that too. Maybe just knock the Imagawa out of the war. But that would just be fucked up, wouldn't it? Let's go burn down the Buddhist temple. Let's burn down the market. We're gonna burn down everything we can. That sucks, man. But it is what it is. You deserve it. Wow, I feel evil when I do shit like that. But that's fine, though. We're gonna move our men back to Owari next turn. Of course. And that's what you get for not signing peace with us, you bastards. Let's go ahead and, using this money, using these new funds that we've just got available, let's go ahead and upgrade our fort over at Owari. And maybe even add some benefits to our farming. We do need more farms, of course, if we're going to make fortresses in the future. Let's go ahead and check to see how that affected our Shogun. Or rather, our Daimyo. Yeah, his honor is a bit less low, it's a bit lower now. That's fine. Again, we don't really care. So with that being said, we are making some more lone swords, which is good news. He is about to be captured. We might want to burn down. Nah. What's I mean? That's fine. Let's go ahead and save the game in the turn and see where that puts us. More than likely, we're going to be in a bad position next turn, but that's alright. We are burning down their castles and cities. We're showing them that we mean business, and we might actually even want to loot the Imagawa capital of Totomi, just to kind of show them that we mean our business. kind of distract them too in the process of doing so. So let's go ahead and turn. Let's see what happens. Of course, it looks like the Tokugawa are going to continue to either demoralize us or incite a revolt if they can do so, which they were not able to do. So that's fine. And it looks like they've pulled back, which is good. And here we go outside of Hida. We got a massive, massive army, which is pretty much to be expected. We need to move all of our biggest armies over there to reinforce. Good thing the US Ugi have got our back, which is fantastic. Of course, the bad news is that we might incidentally trigger a realm divide because Hattori is expanding very, very fast. Faster than I would like them to, actually. And our other vassal might also do some damage too here in a minute. Let's go and see what happens. So we're still at war with the Kikawa. They are taking it up the ass. Right. Tokugawa are closing in. They've taken back the province more than likely. Actually, they failed. They're getting close to it. Oh no, they just took it. Okay, cool. Right, we need to make peace. We need to make peace now. But I'd really like to get rid of the Imagawa from the war, if we can at all do so. Alright, so, Agent Perplexed. Mounting unrest in 2 provinces. More than likely in... Not okay, that's good. We're still at war with these guys over here. And I think they're more than likely out of range from our unit. Let's go ahead and demoralize them. If we can do so. We failed. Alright. This would call in our allies if we were to attack them. Well, hold up. Before we do that, let's go ahead and... Alright, so the Tokugawa are pirating our trade node. That's fine. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and move our men closer to Echizen. So they can reinforce the city. Of course, we already have quite a bit of units there, so that shouldn't be much of a problem anyway. So we're going to go ahead and hire yet another lone sword, just in case. And what else are we going to do here? Well, right. So we could probably continue to go down to Totomi and wipe that out as well, thus basically populating the provinces with rebels. But again, that might trigger rebel divide. We need to be very, very careful. We're walking on tortoise shells basically right now. But let's, you know, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's save, and then we'll do it. Just in case, right? We're going to go ahead and go for it. We'll get their next turn, I guess. So nothing can be done about that. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and send our agent back down to the south just to see what's going on here in South Shano. Nothing special. We'll go ahead and set a revolt over there in that province next turn. As for Mino, we need to exempt the province from taxation. Same thing with Owari. Oh wait, Owari is too much pissed at us. Can't even do that. So, what are we gonna do? Guess we can go ahead and put our big army back over to Owari. And burn down the Tokugawa later on. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? So continue the taxation. It's important. And Mino was very, very easy to put underneath our grip. So that's good news. The bad news, of course, is Hida is about to be captured by the enemy. We could engage in a policy of scorched earth by disabling them from ever attacking it. Or rather, removing all of the various buildings we have there. Let's go ahead and sabotage their main general, which we were successful in doing so. That's fantastic news. And let's go ahead and also care to convert one of their ninjas, or Natsuke. Came very close to doing that. Fantastic. Go ahead and upgrade our unit. Go ahead and, of course, specialize in agitation. And yeah, disguise ninja. Very, very nice. And with that being said, I think that's about it. We did burn down everything over here at Mikawa, which is fantastic news. We'd probably go and actually incite a rebellion over here in Totomi as well. Nope, we couldn't. We came very close to doing so. So, with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and save once again. Just in case we incidentally trigger Realm Divide. which is not our intention, by the way. But you never know when it might happen. Let's go ahead and see if we can make peace with Imagawa now. No, we can't. Alright. What about the Honda? No, okay. I do this every once in a while to see if they are willing to accept peace. The Kikawa, of course, are not even considering making peace anymore, which is a bit surprising. What about the Takeda clan? Kind of screwed them up a little bit. No, okay. What about Tokugawa? No, okay. They're a bit pissed off at us, I guess, the Tokugawa clan. And the Shoni still will not take... Okay, they might do a trade agreement with us. Alright, well, what if we, like, pay you a little bit of money? We'll give you 200, actually, trade with us. Alright, fine, fuck you guys. Alright, so, before we end the episode, and thus the, thus the turn and everything like that, let's go ahead and actually lead an attack on the Kikawa, which will actually put them outside the reinforcement range. God, that's so annoying. Let's go ahead and go back to Echu, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Lone Sword are in weight. Let's go ahead and recruit one more for good measure to make it the biggest army ever. And let's go ahead and also send out 2 bow warrior monks to the east. Or rather, maybe we should keep them there, just in case if this army is going to land some units. We need to be prepared. So we're going to actually put them over... Say over here, just in case, if we need to reinforce Mikasa. And we can go ahead and actually recruit more of them. Be very, very helpful, actually. Okay, we can't... We're very, very close to being able to affording it, but we can't afford it just yet. So let's go ahead and make one of them, and then we'll make another one next turn. Let's go ahead and thus end the turn to see what happens. Again, more than likely, Mikawa is going to rebel. That's fine. You pretty much expect that to happen. And we are going to lose Hida next turn. That's more than likely expected at this point, to be honest with you guys. So let's end the turn, see what happens. Here come the Tokugawa again, more than likely trying to demoralize my enemy, or my units, or trying to incite a rebellion. They haven't really decided yet what they want to do. Looks like they're trying to demoralize us, but they failed, of course, as you can see with our army laughing in their face. Tokugawa are sending out more of their invasion force. It looks like they've decided not to attack us until they are ready and assembled. So the Hattori clan are making a move on Takeda clan, which is good news. And the Hattori are actually at war with our other vassal. This is going to be interesting. I had no idea this is possible, but apparently it is. Shoni can continue to move in the east against the Kikawa. And let's see what happens. We're going to end our episode here on the next turn. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. But I mean, we've just dominated. There's no way that any of them are going to come or recover from this. We've done a very, very good job. And more than likely, we might actually incidentally trigger realm divide, so we need to be very, very careful. Here comes Asai with the help and assistance that we come to expect from our vassals. And the Imagawa come in to move on the Hida province. We are going to obviously auto-resolve the battle. We're going to lose. I don't know why it's being so dramatic about this. They have a force of almost 7,000 men, or more than 7,000 men actually, which is just ridiculous. That's seriously fucked up. And the rest of their army is probably going to move in on our other province. We need to make a move if we are to survive here in the future by sending our units to the east to reinforce. So let's go see what happens. We lost the province of Hida, of course. That wasn't a surprise to anybody. Safeguard. What is this going to mean? Right. All right. That's good. So Mikawa, we are going to lose. That's fine. Again, totally expected. Let's go and see what we can do over here. We're going to go ahead and continue to tax Mino. We need the most amount of taxation we can get at this point in time. Let's tax Noto as well. That's good. And what else are we going to do here? So we're pretty much free to move these units to the east, considering Asai, our vassal, is defending the area for us, which is fantastic news. let's go ahead and mount another attack on the Kikawa tribe, Kikawa clan. Of course, the demoralization failed. That's to be expected. Let's go ahead and also sabotage the big army outside of Hida. We were successful, of course, which is great news. And what else can we do over here? We don't have enough money to incite a rebellion, so let's just go ahead and demoralize the enemy, which is the second best option. We're going to send more of our agents over there to take out the huge armies that we've got assembled over there. And we need to get rid of this Kikawa clan outside of Echu. That's really, really important. And we get no reinforcements once again, which is incredibly annoying. So we retreat. We make peace with the Kikawa. Again, I don't want to, but if we have to, we have to. Okay, they won't even accept peace anymore. And I don't believe the Imagawa would accept peace either. Okay. What about Honma or not? Takeda? Probably not either. Alright, so it is what it is. This is pretty much what we expected from these individuals. So let's go ahead and continue to explore down here in the enemy's territory. We can go ahead and conquer Totomi as well, although I'm not sure if that would really change their mind. Of course, Owari is still more than likely going to rebel if we move any troops from it. Let's go and see. Oh yeah, really, really badly too. So we can't do much. We have to keep our garrison outside of Owari. So we're going to do that. And let's go ahead and assemble and send our men to the east. And I have to at this point. All of our units. We do have a general though, which is good. And we're going to make some more loan swords for him. So guys, stay tuned for the next episode where we confront the Imagawa and Takeda armies outside of Echu. It's going to be a great episode for you guys. So again, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care.